Good evening. Nikki Kenyatta Lewis reporting, or on YouTube, y'all know me as Kenyatta Numika. I just got back from Washington, D.C. The very first site we went to see was Mount Vernon, the home of President George Washington. Now, this was a very intense sight to see, I guess you could say. I mean, it was miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of land, and we walked and walked and walked and walked. And one of the places we went to was the slave quarters, one of the slave quarters. And it was super far from President Washington's mansion. And I thought to myself, walking from the slave quarters all the way back to President Washington's mansion, my God, what a walk. I mean, can you imagine having to go from the slave quarters to deliver something to President Washington or his wife or whatever or whoever was up there in that mansion miles and miles away? I said it must have taken like 48 hours. And all I could think of was this. Little Altovise, go on and take this bucket of 10 drops of water to Massa Washington. All right, Mama. I'm gonna take this bucket of 10 drops of water to Massa Washington. 48 hours later, at the back door, of course. Knock, knock, knock. What you want, boy? I came to get these 10 drops of water to Massa Washington. Mama told me to bring this 10 drops of water to Massa Washington. Boy, Miss Massa Washington don't want no 10 drops of water. What Massa Washington gonna do with 10 drops of water? My mama say, bring this 10 drops of water to Massa Washington, and here I am to bring this 10 drops of water to Massa Washington. Boy, Massa Washington don't want no 10 drops of water. That's just your mammy. Don't you call her my mammy. Don't you call her mammy. That's my mama. She told me bring these 10 drops of water to Massa Washington. And I wants to see Massa Washington to give him this 10 drops of water that my mama told me to give him. Not my mammy. He ain't my mammy. You just say mammy because you just think you better than everybody else. Sassafras. I can't stand you, Sassafras. I've been hating you since the day I met you. Boy, you better watch your mouth. You ain't nothing but 10 years old. Go get Massa Washington. Hold on, boy. 24 hours later. Boy, Massa Washington ain't asked for no 10 drops of water. He did ask for 10 drops of water. My mama ain't lied to me. My mama ain't lied to me. You just think you better than everybody else because your daddy white. You ain't better than nobody else. You just think you better than everybody else because you up here in Massa Washington house. Massa Washington asked for 10 drops of water. Sit down, boy. I'll heal this step. I'll be right back. 24 hours later. Massa Washington ain't asked for no 10 drops of water. I asked Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington ain't asked for 10 drops of water. Massa Washington asked for 10 drops of water. Hold on, boy. Sit your ass out there. And you best to be quiet. You better not say cuss at me no more. I'm going to tell my mama. You mean your mammy. She ain't none of my mammy. Sit down, boy. 24 hours later. Come here, little Altovise. I talked to Massa Washington. And he said he want 6.5 drops of water. 6.5 drops of water. Massa Washington ain't asked for no 6.5 drops of water. My mama wouldn't lie to me. Go on, boy, and get them 6.5 drops of water for Massa Washington. 48 hours later, back at the slave cabin. Mama, Sassafras, I hate Sassafras. Boy, what is you doing back here with them 10 drops of water? I hate her, mama. She call you mammy. Mammy? That woman know she better watch her mouth. Mama, she just thinks she better than everybody else because her daddy white. She say, Massa Washington just asked for 6.5 drops of water. 6.5 drops of water? Ain't no way in hell Massa asked for no 6.5 drops of water. He told me himself 10 drops of water. What the hell he gonna do with 6.5 drops of water? That's her mama. She just wants to get us in trouble, mama. She just mad because she's still up there with him and she thinks she better than us because her daddy white. Boy, shut your mouth. You don't know nothing about that. But mama, boy, just take this 6.5 drops of water up to Massa Washington. 48 hours